Hi, Catapult here for Catapult Gaming, and Hypixel Skyblock changed the meta for cactus farming. And in this episode, I'm going to show you how to obtain a diamond medal. And if we go over here, we'll see that the last cactus event, even though you only needed 635k for a diamond medal, I was able to get 766k. And I'm going to show you how to obtain such scores. The big change that was done is the Swift Slicer ability that you'll see near the bottom, and this increases your speed cap by 100 while in the garden. And this is really important. And if we go with the Rancher's Boots over here, you'll see the second change, which I don't think was really documented, but you'll notice that I was able to change the speed cap to 464, even though the normal limit is 400. And if I equip those boots, we'll go over here and we'll see that my speed is 400 because I have just my empty hand selected. And when I go to the cactus knife, we'll see that now my speed is showing the 464. So basically they've also made that change to the Rancher boots where you can now change them to a speed that you do not have access to. If they would not have done that, then you would have had to use a trick like either the Black Cat, or even you can equip a Young Dragon armor set like this one that increases your walk speed cap by 100 and gives you bonus speed. So that would also allow you to go up to 500 speed on the cacti. The other piece that you're going to need is obviously a cactus farm, and I have a fairly standard model over here where you start over at this end and you aim at roughly 180 degrees, just enough so you're not going towards the cacti and you're actually going to in the correct direction. And then I have these blocks over here that will guide me as I farm towards the end, and will guide me in sending me in the right direction. So all of these things really help out with getting a good score, because each time that you have to turn at the end you lose time, and by having these very small little things, it doesn't take a whole lot of time to set up these blocks, but they're going to make your farming efficiency really easier. And always these plots are 5 plots long, so you can go a long time farming without having to turn around, because each time you turn around it is time wasted that you are not cutting cacti, and really is gonna slow down your results. The other piece is you're going to need a pet. You can go with either the mushroom cow pet or with the elephant pet. Both of those gives you really good farming fortune. If your strength is lower, the elephant pet will give you more items as you're farming. However, the mushroom cow also gives you a lot of mushrooms as you're farming, so if you're farming for money, the mushroom cow becomes the better pet very early, even if you don't have quite enough strength for it. But if you do have enough strength, then the mushroom cow becomes the only pet really that you should be using for farming. Yeah, so in my case we can see I'm at 709 strength only, so technically the elephant would probably still give me a little bit better in terms of farming fortune, but again, money wise, the mushroom cow is definitely more worth it. And I'm at a strength level now where the impact would be pretty low in terms of farming fortune with switching for the other one. The other thing you need to do always is before you start a contest, make sure that you empty any of the pests that you have, because if you have too many pests, then you're going to be getting a massive penalty on your collection there. And there are some items. So if we go into Sky Mart in the pest section, you'll see the pest repellent max. If you use this basically for an hour, you will take, the pest will take 4 times longer to spawn, so they're probably not going to bother you much in the contest. The last contest I tested with this, I only had the pest spawn once, and so that gave me 2 pests only, because I got 2 pests at the same time, and that kind of solved the issue for the pests, because as you know, as long as you have less than 5 pests, you're fine farming fortune wise. The other important part is your overall gear, so I'm using the Mossy Fermento helmet. Those Reforged Thorns are not cheap, but they give a huge bonus to your farming fortune, and so definitely worth having. And then for the boots, I'm using the Ranger's boots to be able to select the right speed. You would be able to get, if you get the Mossy Fermento boots, they're actually not too bad either. But ultimately, I'd rather see the Ranger's boots to get exactly the 464 speed that I'm interested in. The cactus knife, you'll need cultivating on it. Right now I'm only on dedication 3 out of 4. This is probably going to be one of the next tools that I'm going to put dedication 4 on. Harvesting 6, smelting touch. This allows you to get the cactus green instead of just regular cactus, and that makes it easier to recombulate and store in your bags, as opposed to not having smelting touch. So this is absolutely a must if you're going to do cactus farming. It's a super cheap enchant, but one of the most important. And then Turbo Cacti 5 will give you some other things there. And in terms of equipment, we have the Rooted Lotus equipment, with Green Thumb 5. Again, it's a pretty good amount of investment to get all of this unlocked with all the bonuses. And the more visitor offers that you accept, the better the bonuses. So right now you'll see I'm at 1251 out of 2000 to go up to plus 12 on the farming fortune, and that's something you can work on over time. Another great source if you're going to be serious about a contest is, as you store the pests, you can come over here and unload them and trade them in for a bonus. So in this case, we'll see that for 30 minutes you can get a bonus to your farming fortune of 200 for 30 minutes, so that makes a huge difference. And the other one too, you can get once you get the mythical visitor to visit you. It's kind of rare to see that visitor come in, but when they do, you can get a Harvest Harbinger 5 potion, or looks like you can get them for fairly cheap on the auction house. But this also gives you 50 farming fortune. I think it lasts 30 minutes if I remember well. So another great source of farming fortune if you're doing a contest and trying to get the right results. Yeah, over at Anytale you can get another 30 farming fortune from the buffs, which I think once you've actually activated it, you can't see it in the list over here. But that is another good source over there. And you also have the personal bests, which for the cactus, because of my latest score, that gives me 38 cactus fortune. And basically for every 2,000 crops in the cactus contest, you get some bonus farming fortune for that crop. And you'll see that each crop has different numbers, so wheat is for every 1,000 and carrots for every 3,000 and so forth, with melons at every 5,000. But that is another great source to get over here. And after I was done with the contest, you'll see that I put my items up on the bazaar for sale to maximize the value here, so I had to do it in a couple of shots because basically I had more cactus greens than can fit in my inventory, and after it sold off, and it probably took just a couple of minutes to sell off, maybe 5 minutes at most, I was able to sell the cactus green and the 2 fermentos that I got during the contest, and that gave some really good profit for just 20 minutes of work. So if you multiply that by 3, you'll get your farming profits per hour with the cactus greens, with the amount of farming fortune that I was at in the speed and technique that I used. Yeah, so if you check in the menu here to kind of review some of the bonuses that I have, basically in the profile, in gathering stats, if I check my farming fortune, we'll see that there's the, from the farming skill, that gives me 240, then the cow pet, then the cactus knife gives these values, and there's also the Farming for Dummies book worth mentioning, and then the garden plot, so having all the plots unlock also gives you some bonuses, and then from the different pieces of armor, and having the Jacob's Farming Contests gives you some bonuses too, and from having things like the bestiary and all that, the garden farming fortune, the rooted armor, and then there's the century cake also, and yeah, that's going to be a good one to mention. And for cactus bonus specifically, we get these ones from the cactus knife, and then the Anita's personal best and the garden crop upgrades. So if we go over in the garden menu over here, we have the crop upgrades. So right now I'm only at 7 for cactus, so I could get another 10 cactus fortune once I get enough copper to unlock those two. But you can kind of see which are the crops that I've been focusing more on normally. And the last part is you can /visit Catapult to come get some free cake, and you'll see you can get all of them, and I would definitely recommend that you do. But this one will give you 10 speed, and we have the Farming Fortune cake, the chocolate one over here, definitely great to have. And we have one that gives plus strength also, that if you have the Mushroom cow, definitely good to have. So we have the A-Punch century cake here for plus 2 strength. So if you /visit the Catapult, you can come and you just right click all the cakes, and it will give you the buff for 48 hours each time. And you have a very small chance of getting a soul. So out of the visitors so far, we have 9 people have found souls for the cakes out of these. Thank you for watching this video. As always, if you have questions, comments, suggestions, please leave a comment. Please remember to like, subscribe, share with a friend. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.